Hello, welcome to episode 17 of our Timberborn update to Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. We have quite a bit of development we've done in the past couple of episodes. Just to refresh everybody's memories real quick, a couple episodes ago, not too much of this was here. We had, I think, just completed these water wheels. We hadn't really done anything else over here, and we hadn't added any of this stuff either. But we now have a pretty good grasp on the industrialization of this district. We have tons of golems. We have 77 working golems and one unworking golem right now in terms of this district. We have a couple over here as well. We have, actually, we just have 2 vacancies. We haven't sent any over. We're going to fix that in just a second. And then, of course, we started construction on this enormous mess of an idea right here to try and get some more power wheels. The large water wheels, excuse me. I always want to call them power wheels for whatever reason. But we're going to put a couple here, and then we're going to try and keep doubling this back maybe another couple of times, depending on how fast they can build it. But that is a gargantuan undertaking, and it's going to be all sorts of fun. Right now, though, I think it would be smart of us to... Well, actually, this has to be harvested first, so I really can't build anything here. But a number of you have said, hey, you should deepen the river up here and try to get your beavers to make a little bit more room for your channel. Get rid of all that stuff because it is only too high up to this point. So if you deepened this, maybe that would be a little better. Well, it's a little late to deepen this right here because we already have stuff built on top of it. But we might be able to do a little bit more out here and then put in some sort of a diverter type thing. Try and get water to go through here. But honestly, it seems like it's okay. Get this back up where it needs to go. But, I mean, we're getting water flow through here. It's just not insanely fast. Somebody also correctly reminded me that this has not been fixed. This single little spot right here still needs to be detonated, so we'll take care of that. Drought, of course, is about to begin. And we're in good shape, so I'm actually going to go ahead and, once the drought starts, raise this floodgate so we don't lose any water in this channel here. And then we've got a lot of stuff to try to improve here. Go ahead and turn on our turbo speed. So the drought should begin momentarily. We have all of our water levels are appropriately high up here, as they should be. All right, so this is now at 0. We're going to go ahead and put this up to 1.5. And that will also help kind of route things through this one as well. Well, at least slightly more. At any rate, that's going to be something we have to take care of. But real quick, something else people notice is that we are not using all of the food we're growing because we have tons, and I mean tons of stuff. So I think we're actually going to be replacing a couple of these farms with a forester to grow some more trees. So to that end, I think what we're going to go ahead and do is unplant almost all of this. Almost. We'll leave the wheat there because wheat takes forever to grow. And honestly, we have enough wheat. We probably could get rid of it. But we will unplant all of this as it's harvested, and then we'll turn this into some trees. That's going to take a while to get there, though. So what we'll do instead, come back over here and blow this up. And then we'll plant one more thing of dynamite. Go ahead and elevate that, get them to pop that down, and then once that's finished, we'll be able to extend this little bridge across here, and this whole channel should be complete. There we go. Put that guy there. That should take care of all of that once they have the ability to go in there and do so. All right, now, another thing a couple people said is that I don't have enough haulers in this district. I think I have just 20. I don't think there's anywhere else I put a hauling post. But some of you have said, hey, you should have your golems be haulers instead of having regular mortal beavers that can only work 18 hours a day. They really shouldn't be working that much, honestly. So we're waiting on metal blocks that we are trying to make in the smelter with golems that do not currently live in this district. So you can very, very quickly see just how kind of a nutso this is. What I don't get is why the golems are not in this district. Because it says I have 2 vacancies, but I should have. The game just crash? No. Okay. That was kind of scary. Okay, they need... Oh, they need power. Because we don't have metal blocks, because we can't make the metal blocks, because we have this set to only work from golems. So we're going to have to send our regular beavers back in to make some metal blocks to get these 2 built, to recharge our golems. And once that's done, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. So what we'll end up doing is make sure that's taken care of, and then we'll start gradually moving some golems over to this district. And we actually might be, or we're pretty evenly balanced as far as jobs and available beaver power goes in our first district. Second district is, wow, these are all out of energy? We have recharging stations, like, come on. You know you can go get recharged, right? You don't have to all be in the same spot. Huh, well, that's a little strange. It's going to take him 800 years to get through all this. But yeah, we're going to replace this with a forester. Right here, yeah, I can't place this down yet, but once I do, I think it's going to have to be somewhere right about here, because we can keep planting pretty much all the way around as soon as we have some place for the beavers to actually, get into. We have all these control towers we're trying to build. So that's going to be all sorts of fun. And we have 2 number crunchers, which are rapidly using power that we just kind of don't have. So all the more incentive to get everything figured out sooner rather than later. Yeah, we have some interesting problems here now that we don't have power to recharge our beavers. Fortunately, this is a short drought. Be over in 3 days, but that just goes to show how important that this is going to be in terms of getting things figured out for our beavers and our golems. One of the problems we have yet to solve is how we're going to get power over here. Now we do have in here, we have this power shaft poking out right there. Then we also have right here. And my original plan was to just kind of build across here and just hook this up at some point. But, stuff doesn't always work out the way you want it to, right? Sometimes you can discover that, oh, I actually did make a stupid mistake when I was planning some of this stuff out. And it's just one of those things that's going to take a really long time. We have to make sure that we're able to adequately take care of stuff here. Now, how are we doing on our progress for here? We still don't have any metal. Okay. It's just really slow. Now, what we don't want is to be exporting any more of those, because we have these here. We don't need to have any more. I actually don't even see any in the first place, but that's fine. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be exporting any metal to district. Why does it say district? Okay, it is. I guess it is district 5. But we got problems because we have been too overzealous with our power consumption. Where are they taking all of these? I guess we should highly prioritize these 2. Because I really want to get our haulers and our builders set up as golems in this district, because it's going to be hard to get all this done unless we have 24-hour working, and I don't want to make all the other beavers do that because that's kind of mean. And of course, these guys are running out of power, so they're going to be a little slower. It's just fun when we get to do all this stuff and we don't really think about it. All right, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to pause for right now. Pause these number crunchers. Oh my, okay, yeah, this clearly is not helping very much at all. So let's, I think this is the one I want. Okay, what is taking up power? Okay, we kind of need the explosives factories. We've got 19 farmhouses, sheesh. Gear workshops, we can, oh, some of those are already paused. Let's go ahead and pause those. Golem assemblers are all paused. Golem part factories, those should have been paused a long time ago. Okay, grist mills. I guess we probably have to keep those going. We really can't afford to shut any of the actual resource things down. But the golem parts, I had no idea those were still going, so I'm glad we checked that. Paper mills. I guess we can go ahead and pause that. Smelters we definitely need. And wood workshops are already paused, so I think we're okay. It's just, we have so much. Okay, that saved us a couple thousand in power consumption. We just have so much going on that it's a time. All right, so we should at this point, okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere, kind of. We have to have those charging stations done. Fortunately, the rest of our power is about to come back. We have about 1.5 days left of that mess. These guys are still not getting all of this. I guess we should cut them a little bit of slack, because it's kind of hard when you don't have enough power. Meanwhile, our beavers are just, just chilling, doing their thing. I guess we could plant a couple more trees here, but we really don't need to. We still have a couple thousand wood, which is nice because we're probably going to need most of it to take care of the rest of this stuff. Just gotta wait. And wait, and wait, and wait. I just want to put a forester right here. Is that too much to ask? It probably is because they don't have room to put any of the potatoes. That's fine. Man, they sure need a lot of metal blocks. Good thing we have all this stuff, right? Man, this is unbearably slow. One more day. I ought to just park the camera here and just see how much they can actually get done in a specified time frame. Furthermore, we should probably be checking our haulers and seeing what they're doing. Okay, he's carrying carrots into a storage thing. All right, that's fine. 65, that's an old beaver. All right, so we literally just have to wait. But we do have this done, so that's good. So what were these guys tasked to do before? Was it just smelters? I guess for now we can probably turn this into golems only, and we can actually start to make sure we have a necessary amount of golems in the correct district. So we're going to migrate a couple of them over here, and then we're going to start turning everything into golem parties. Since we have chargers now, we're going to have to make more of those, of course. All right, so I've got one builder hut and one hauling post completely full of golems. And we're just going to keep on building more and more of those things. as we have time. Now, can I put in... I think that should connect just fine. We'll put that guy there. And then we might as well go ahead and put in 2 more right here while we're at it. Come to think of it, if we're really going to have a lot, we should probably go ahead and put in 3 of them right here. And a couple more of those right there, because we're going to need them. We're going to need golems to be charged. I can assure you of that. Yeah, drought is almost done. Now we have 18 unemployed beavers. Gotta find something for them to do. Well, they should be working in some of these factory things once everything is, you know, back up and running. But that tends to take a while. Okay, we're making okay progress over here. I think we can safely leave that alone. Go ahead and fully open this, get the power flowing again as this water recedes, because it's about to come back. Looks like it already kind of has. So that's good to see. All right, I think I can now put in one of these guys. Is that going to be enough? It should be. We'll make this a golem-only job, and then we'll start planting some trees. How far out does this reach? I get 1 more. Okay. That'll be fine. We'll keep adding more as we have the time and as these things get harvested. So there's not enough available golems in district. Why is that? Is that because I exported too many of them? Let's take a look. I suppose it is. Well, we will be making more at some point, eventually. We're still using too much power because these aren't rotating yet because we don't have enough water flow coming out of here, but it should soon. Should get these rotating again. They're just really slow for some reason. We gotta wait for it to get back up over here. That's right, because they keep pumping out of this during the drought. I guess I probably should have made these into floodgates instead of just dams, but oh well. It is what it is. Now, as far as over here, progress is not as quick as I wanted it to be. And we're going to have to restart our golem production as well, which is unfortunate because that's going to take a ton of power, but we absolutely have to have golems. We need to be making a bunch more. All right, let's just turn all of these back on. Okay, that's not the one I wanted. That's also not the one I wanted. There. I think those 3 will be adequate. Get things going here. 26 unemployed beavers. Boy, that is a problem, isn't it? I guess we can put the beavers back in charge of the grill. This didn't click right. There we go. Because some of these golems, yeah, now we only have 5 unfilled golem positions, which I think were... Okay. Yeah, we'll take care of these real quick. And then I think this should also be similarly balanced. We have 12 out of work regular beavers, which we shouldn't have any because I don't know, they're not taking care of everything quite. Well, at any rate, this is progressing, however slowly it may be. So let's see if we can brainstorm a way to get the power over here. The obvious answer is just build straight across and build over this and then have it connect down here And in all honesty, is probably the smartest way to do that. But of course, to get the stuff over there, we have to have a structure to build it on. So, to do that, we're going to have to get a little crafty here. Is that all level? I think it will be. Now, the fun part about this is I basically have to wait to have all of that built before I start placing these things, because these guys are going to have to walk on top of it to start building all of this. Well, not all of it. I think that's about all I can safely place right now before kind of messing some stuff up. So what we'll end up doing is just kind of let them build this. It'll take them a while. Come back and try to put in the rest of it once they get a little closer here. This is still going to probably take a good amount of time. We just need some more golems here. There we go. Have they built any more charging stations? I doubt that they have. No, they have not. But we have 2 of them working, which is better than nothing. How are we looking over here? Already planting some trees? No, not really. Okay. Well, nobody's perfect. We clearly do not need so much food. But, you know, it's always good to be prepared, right? Now, how are we looking over here? Down to 11 unemployed beavers, which is certainly progress. Pausing the number of crunchers, I think, helps a lot, because we're not making very much at all in terms of our power generation here. So I guess this is still not high enough. So I think we're going to have to raise this gate up from 0, because I think that's just letting too much water out. So these guys can't tear. Yeah, see, there we go. It's kind of funny how that works, huh? And we're still really not making enough power, so it just kind of underscores how important this is going to be to get stuff done here. They're actually going a little faster than I thought they were with regard to these things going in right here. So I believe I'm going to have to build some sort of a structure here just to get it across. Why don't we do this? Get rid of that and that. We can actually turn this into a little crossover for our power here. And then build up right next to it. And then this will just get turned into one of those type of things. And we'll put this guy up top here. And by the time they actually, you know, get finished with all this, we'll be able to take care of the rest of it. Probably can just go ahead and begin stepping that down as well with one of these. I think that lines up, yeah. Of course, once they finish with all of this, then this will turn into not stairs. They got a while to go for that. All right, we have... I think we're going to want to bring over... I can't do all of them at once, but I can bring over another 4 to staff another one of these builders' huts. And then, yeah. We're going to have a little bit of a deficit here at first, but it should still be okay. No available workers in district. Okay, well, let's get somebody in here to do something. They've already started planting some of these trees, which is good because they take 800 years to grow. We just need, I need these guys to harvest. Because we have just so much food. This seems to be doing well. We probably didn't need to expand nearly as much as we did with regard to our food here, just because we have so much, and I mean so much stored up. All right, what else can we start putting in? Because I know there's some stuff that we haven't done. Injuries are just going to happen as long as we have them working the dangerous jobs. Not much you can do about that. We haven't done monuments yet, but we also don't have enough resources to really do that. So I guess the logical answer to that would be to add more lumberjack positions, but we're already doing a good job of cutting down the trees as soon as they're done, pretty much. So I don't think we really need more lumberjacks. We just need more utilization of... So I wish we could do beavers in shifts. Then I could have, instead of having everybody work the same 18-hour day, split it up into 2 9-hour days, or 3 8-hour days actually would probably be perfect. Just have the beavers sleep in shifts and give them a much higher quality of life. Well, this is supposed to be a dystopian, post-apocalyptic survival thing, so maybe quality of life's not the best metric to be discussing. But that's where we are, so that's where we'll be. I think the golems are a lot faster building. Maybe it's just me. Or maybe it's them working 24 hours a day to try and get something done. I do think we're going to be pretty close when it's all said and done. And I know we're not going to need to have all of these paths up here, so I can start getting rid of these. Although I am curious just how far out this is going to let them go. I think it should let them get to everything they need to. But I do want to go ahead and get this popped in at the correct spot. Yeah, it's going to want to be... Oh, I should have just gone straight across at that height. Because there's going to be another... Okay, well. Nobody's perfect, right? So they might actually end up building this first, which we don't want. We'll have to have that down again, because I know here they all come to try and put stuff on this, but it's not going to be useful until, man, not going to be useful until they actually have all of this done. So that was probably a little bit of a mistake on my part. Not to mention we're not going to be able to harness power off these guys until we have something built up next to it, which is going to be a whole thing. I guess I don't really have to have... I can't build these on top of... You know, it's got to be on the ground. All right, because I was going to try and cheat and not have to do all this exactly the same way. But I guess that's just a little too much. I think we're going to go down by 1 to get to this next one. So maybe... Well, this still has to be double thickness anyway, so... Not going to be a cataclysmic event. I guess we'll just leave this like so, just because we know we can. Yeah, we got to get them to build the rest of this too. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't mark priority correctly. That's what you get, kids. Always make sure that your priority stuff is marked correctly. That way you won't have nearly the same problems I do, whether using all of this to, well, I guess that's important too. So it doesn't really matter what order it gets built in, because as long as it's all built before you can get any power out of it. I want them to do this stuff first. So I guess we can prioritize these guys. There we go. Except I still want this to be absolute last. All right. I think that's going to get us where we want to go. And they're still doing this. I guess they were already tasked with doing it, so they're going to keep doing it, maybe, is what that's about. I don't know. Okay, we're still on this train, huh? Alright, I guess we'll just have to plant trees as they have space to be planted. Looks like that's what that's going to be. And we also need to make sure we're leaving space for lumberjack flags, which we're probably going to need to put in a couple of other spots that they don't already exist. Especially if we want these to be harvested. So maybe that's maybe we'll have to put one or two path sections here to try and take advantage of that. We'll just kind of have to leave this alone for a while. I'm glad they're able to make use of this thing, which is nice. We actually need some more water in here, so we'll go ahead and let a little bit in. I wish there was kind of an automated floodgate that would open or close based on water level. If that's already a thing, let me know. I'm sure someone's made a mod for that. We're not going to get into mods just quite yet. I think we've got a lot more to play before we even think about doing any of that. So I still haven't done any hard mode or instant death or whatever things. So I know that's something we could definitely sink our teeth into if we so chose. Not until after the end of this series, which is probably, I don't know, I could probably get another 5 or 6 episodes out of this before it gets really boring. Somewhere into the 20s. There's so much we're trying to accomplish, especially this nonsense is just going to take so much time to get done. Not leave this open too long. Go ahead and shut that. Should be good. Well, we're getting somewhere with the trees at least. All right, how are we doing over here? We've made good progress on this part, which is very encouraging. These guys are just not the most expedient at doing their jobs, we'll say. Now, how are we looking over here? Got a golem that doesn't know what to do. Oh no. Well, you'll be all right. Because pretty soon we'll probably ship you off to the other district because we have too many actual beavers. We're growing so much food we can't even harvest it. That is just mind-boggling to me. After all the problems we had earlier, I think we might have overcorrected. And we still have tons and tons. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have even built this extension to the farm. It probably should all be wood. Alright. I will tell you what, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and send over some more golems to this district. And we'll do another one of these builder's huts just for golems. Even though I probably should be doing haulers as well. But I want to get this thing done. Now these guys are unemployed? No, that's the other district. So how do we have unemployed golems when there's so many? Oh, that's not unemployed, that's vacancies. Alright, we're good. We're good. I jumped the gun a little bit. That's fine. Okay, what other kind of stuff? We haven't done any care. We haven't even built any of these control towers either. We're just waiting on so many metal blocks. Now, what is it? We're also using them to do golems? Yeah. Well, we kind of need the golems, so I can't really get rid of those. I guess we can prioritize these. So let's actually prioritize all of these so these guys can just kind of focus on getting the metal. We're still not making enough. I have so much of this turned off too. We're gonna have to see what we can turn off. Okay, we have 1,000 planks. We have 1,600 planks. No, no, no. Oh, we're done. We're done making planks for right now. Okay, well this district we probably can't turn planks off. But this one we sure can. Alright, this is looking good, looking promising. So that is good news. I was trying to think if I should have just... Yeah. I think we're going to want to... Well, I can't get rid of this yet anyway because they're still building. But I think we're going to want to keep this here and just have this go straight across. We can always build over it if we have to get access to this. I just don't want to delete the stairs while they're in the middle of, you know, building all this. Because it's going to be kind of a long time to get a lot of this stuff completed. But they're making good progress. And we still have plenty of wood stored up. And a lot of these trees should be growing back in soon anyway. Meanwhile, over here at the failure farm, not much we can really do except just as they get rid of stuff, just plant more. That's literally it. That's all we can do. We do have a pretty good amount of science despite having shut the number crunchers off. 200 logs. Let's build this guy. See if I can find a good spot to put him. Because you want it to be somewhere where all the beavers are going to pass by daily. So that was my first thought, was to put it over by the barracks. So what if we did right there, and just kind of cheesed it and put him right where all the beavers have to go every day anyway. And then over here, what if we put him on top of this guy? Now, how far out is that going to reach? Halfway through the housing block, all right. They should still probably have to go through all that. So I think we'll just we'll put that guy there, and then over next to him we can start doing some more roofing things. Yeah, do one of those. And then I think I'm not going to be able to probably put anything on top of this either. What about a 2x2? No, I'm going to have to just not do that. It was a valiant attempt. We'll put one there, though, because that's going to reach a lot of beavers that way. We are getting pretty close, actually. Over here, we only have a little bit more. Okay, now we have happy beavers. Is that because they finished building the statue of the dude with the log? Yes. New well-being high score. That's good to know. Books. We have not started books yet. Do we have enough pages? Paper. Not in this district. This one we probably do. 912. Yeah, I think we can pretty safely start thinking about books. So we go over here. It requires metal blocks. No, not yet. We can't do that yet. We need to preserve our metal blocks for our golems. So sorry, you can't read because we have to make mechanical beavers to replace you. It's not nearly as bleak as it looks. Hopefully. Okay, they're good. They can still reach that. It's good progress. We're really moving along now, though. Looking good. 23, that's good to know. I think I don't think we want this to go exactly the way it's looking. No, we're still going to have, when this is all said and done, we're still going to have a second layer of stuff because these are going to be one step down, so it's not like that really matters that much. They're pretty close. And as it stands right now, this whole thing will flood, but not enough to really cause any concern. Well, we're not going to get here for any real amount of time, maybe ever, in this playthrough, unfortunately. And we just don't have the need to get that much metal. So I think if this floods, it should be okay, as long as these are the height I think they are. Yeah, I think this is one. Yeah, it's one step down. So if this floods, it will first drain out here and then eventually over here, which is not going to be a problem. It'll dry up eventually, so we could probably actually, yeah, once this is in place, make sure all those underneath this whole thing are successfully built. We can actually open this up probably before the next drought, if we can get them to put the rest of the stuff in. We just have to connect all of our power here. So that was the problem I was trying to figure out is, do I want to have this be too high? I guess it has to be. Yeah, it has to be too high because this next one is going to be at least one tile lower. So let's just go ahead and put in one of these guys here. We'll go ahead and leave that as a three-way. And then let's put in... Okay, that's right. We have pathways we can't build over yet. But this is going to have to come out and become... I probably can't make this a four-way, but we'll put one in there anyway, just to be sure. So we'll take 4 between. I think that's where the next one is going to going. And I don't think I'm going to have enough room to put another wheel down here. But how are we... Oh, did we actually get everything put up? Okay. Good. Good. If we did, then I believe once this is fully complete, we can actually connect these and be in a pretty good spot here. Let's just go ahead and add... Come on. Add those in one at a time to make sure that gets built properly. Just kind of have to babysit it, unfortunately. So they can actually, you know, get it done. That's the only problem about building on these spindly little pier things like this, is you really, really have to pay attention to make sure you don't do something incredibly stupid. So as soon as they're finished with this, which hopefully should be pretty soon, we can go ahead and take this path out and start putting our next wheel in. Where did I put... No, I don't want that there. Get out of here. Could go ahead and get rid of all these paths for sure. Put in right there. All right. Did they finish that? They sure did. So let's come over here. I think we no longer are going to need this anyway. Let's go ahead and put in... Perfect. Power connection is blocked. Oh, that's on the other side. We don't have to worry about that. All right. This is next. One of those guys in. I'm going to take these stairs out because we no longer really need these. We'll put in our path like that. That should connect nicely. Then I believe we'll need to... I wonder if I should just take out 2 high or just 1, replace this with a dam. I think the dam is going to be smartest. But I'm not ready to get rid of that quite yet. Actually, no, it can't be a dam because that's how this is getting released this way. But in reality, we should probably have this turn into just regular levee blocks because some of this water is going to be... Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. We'll go ahead and put in a regular levee block on both sides of this guy. Get that taken care of. Make this the absolute highest priority possible. We have this is now getting connected. This is going to be kind of chaotic just for a little bit. But there is a method to the madness, I can assure you. Because here they come with all their little logs. We're not going to lose enough height for it to really be relevant quite yet. We'll be okay for a little while longer. All right, now build those levees. Okay, there's one of those. All right, so now that's going to take some time to fill up. This is not yet fully attached, so we'll put in one more like that. And then I guess we could probably get that going. Okay, yeah, look at that go. Already a big improvement. We'll go ahead and put in our little, I guess we could be safe and put in a three-way here. Yep, see, look at that go. Just gonna create a little bit of a flooded area here. No, no big deal. No big deal at all. Isn't that beautiful? We have more power being transmitted now. I guess we could just go ahead and take out all of these. Well, we don't need to take out all of them. Put that guy in there. That's going to be nice when that's done. That has added, well, it's not a super easy thing to figure out how to measure here. But that is an improvement, and that is proof that this does work, as kind of weird as the idea is. So I think this should just automatically spill over here and also migrate a little bit this way, but hopefully it doesn't go super far because it is getting most of the stuff out of the way there. We are eventually going to have this all filled up as well, but it's exciting to see this in action. And since it's only one block deep, we don't have to worry about losing the entire reservoir because it's going to get down below that anyway during a drought. So I would consider that to be a pretty good initial success. Now, could I have moved all of these back one more and put in another large water wheel? Yes, I definitely could have, but I'm not worried about it. I think that's fine. If it really bothers me, I guess I could move every single one of these, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Besides, the water has to come around the site anyway. So now, I'm going to slow this down because it's starting to lag a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put in foundations for the next thing. We're going to have one entire thing one level below. I think, yeah. It's going to have to go down like that. You know what we could do is actually run the power on the back of this. Maybe. Well, that doesn't need to be a levee. That can just be... These two can just be platforms here. They don't have to be all of that. That's what we'll do. That'll make it a little easier to take care of here. Especially because this one is going to have to come like this. That's going to be an interesting problem to solve. We're going to have to get these guys over here. Are they going to have enough range if I just build a... not likely. Okay, what if... I guess I could just kind of leave this the way it is and just build more temporary scaffolding here. Yes, that's what it's going to have to be. They should be able to take care of that. But anyway, that's where that's going to have to be for the power lines. So we're going to need another layer of levees. I guess I'll let them build that bottom one first. No harm in that. And then we'll put in another one like that, build that up, and then we'll have to build the next channel. I think that's what we're going to want to do. Should be fine. Well, I'm not going to stress out about it. This is working perfectly as intended. It's actually kind of flooding a little bit, so we'll take care of that. Yeah, that'll be all right. That'll give them plenty to do. Oh my god. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and super evacuate some water. I did not think it was going to flood this entire thing. I was not paying attention. Let this be a lesson. Always pay attention to what's going on when you're working with water. Man, it is still kind of flooded. Okay, it's going down. The drought's almost here anyway, so it's not going to be a problem for too much longer. Is it dumping water on the backside here too? No? Okay. Boy. That's a lot of water. All these beavers are still going over, trying to build stuff underwater. Alright, that's finally going down. I think it'll catch up eventually, so we'll put that back up to 2.5. Yeah, there we go. See, no harm done. The drought's not going to last long anyway, so we'll go ahead and put this back up to 3. Cool. That is very good. Guess I really don't need these here anymore. You know, we probably should have moved these back. I might still end up doing that at some point, but right now we did have that immediate pressing need for all of our power, so I don't regret doing it this way. It's helped us get another 600 or so. And more importantly, I'm hoping that it has done something with the gravity batteries. I mean, kind of, I guess. Man, this is incredibly slow over here. Well, I was going to build a path there, that's right. We'll get that. Okay, drought has started, so let's make sure we don't have this set too low. We'll go ahead and put that all the way up. Water levels in here are looking okay. We'll let a little bit more in. Just want to make sure we're always on top of that, especially making sure it doesn't flood when we overcompensate. All right, that should be fine for there. All right, I'm going to put a path here. And eventually, once this is harvested, if it's ever harvested, I'm going to put some lumberjack stuff here. We still have probably well into the next cycle before any of these trees are being harvested, so we're not really pressed for time. We can take our time and make sure that stuff gets done correctly, which is always nice. Boy, this lag, I'm telling you. That's a lot of water. This will be a lot better once the whole thing is complete. And we don't have to worry about losing tons of water everywhere else. So that's taken care of. We just have... Okay, well, they'll have to build that anyway. So I guess we can just go ahead and put in another one of these all the way up. Probably have to do that one too. That's going to be the level we want. That's going to be the backside, so then we have to have a 2 wide channel. I guess none of this really matters, I don't think, because they're going to have to eventually just build down anyway. But, you know, it just gives our beavers something to do. And that's fine by me. This whole thing's going to be really slow anyway. Especially if we end up moving this back another level. Yeah, we'll want to build that in. So we actually need another layer of these things here. Just as insurance against having to move these back, because I think, yeah, it's going to have to step down and then turn a corner. So that's exactly... Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Now, how are we looking on our beavers here? 11 unoccupied golem jobs. Okay, that's not ideal. So a lot of this is just... Okay, we don't need so many builders in this district anymore because we're really not building anything. So I think we're fine just having the ones in the town hall, or district center, whatever you call it. It should be fine. Okay, we already built our little statue guy here. The second monument doesn't require power, but it does require 3,000 and a bunch of planks. There are 3,000 science. We have the planks, so let's go ahead and unlock that. Find a good spot to put this guy. Another one of these things that could and probably... Oh, okay. We could put him on top of this. Oh, well, that's going to bug me if it's not centered. So that's unfortunate. I could put this guy here, but it doesn't have any... I kind of like the idea of putting that there, though. So I guess we'll just have to go up here and put in a little pathway so the beavers can just go up there and build it. That'll be fine. And then we should probably put one in this district, too, because why not? How many planks do we actually have over here? 212? All right. Well, we're not really building anything anyway, so that's fine. This guy is going to go... Well, he's got to go somewhere. About... Oh, I could put it on top of that, but that's kind of a cop-out. What if I did... I just put him on top of this, why not? Just build him some stairs. It's right here in the middle. That's kind of fun and nonsensical, right? Just have to figure out how to get beavers up there. Okay, who's flooded? Oh, this thing. Alright, there's no goods in stock. We'll get rid of it. That's fine. Alright, we can go ahead and put in foundation for that. That needs to be that level. This needs to be probably, yeah, that high. This needs to be that. One more. Okay, so that's how high that's got to be. And then we got to come in here. This is just a lot of wood. It's a lot of wood, folks. Yeah, put that in like that should be enough, I think. We'll end up having this outer wall another one higher, maybe? Maybe not. They got enough to do to try and build this, so I think we can let them take care of that. They should be able to build almost all of this as is without having to worry about other stuff, but I think we'll go ahead and put in stairs down here just to make that a little more accessible. Should be enough for that. That's going to keep them occupied for a long time. A very long time. Now, over here, this still hasn't really done anything. I think we're about out of time for this episode anyway, so don't have too much more to really worry about. 24. Excellent. They finished this. Good. That is progress. Meanwhile, this district, I haven't figured out how I'm going to get beavers up there yet. I guess the easiest way would probably be... Well, no, I can't do that because of how I built this. Well, I guess I don't have to have it there. I just kind of wanted it there. The easiest answer, of course, is to just put it here and be done with it. That might just be the smart way to do it. Yeah, we'll just put it there. Sorry, I know that's boring, but whatever. It gets it in there. And we still don't have any of these control towers even close, because we need gears? I thought we were making gears. Oh, we have the gears turned off. Well, excuse me. I guess we just have to turn the lumber mills into regular beavers. Then the golems can work here. It's a process. Takes time to do stuff. Boy, this is a mess. But I'm glad this works. That is a big relief to get all that taken care of. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for today's episode. These guys are about to be absolutely slammed with more construction projects. And as we get more of the golems able to actually get stuff done, then we'll, of course, import more of them in here. Actually, I think I can go ahead and put another 4 in here and turn another one of these builder's huts into golem controlled, which is always good for progress. Yeah, again, that's going to be it for today. We got a decent bit of stuff done, mostly just kind of watching construction and planning for future stuff, so hopefully that wasn't too boring. This district continues to be all sorts of messed up for the harvest, just because I guess the beavers aren't eating enough of it. Even though we have 58 beavers and 5 kits that are supposed to be eating food. I don't know what they're eating if it's not this. But yeah, that's fine. We'll get there. 27 happiness is also a nice record to have. But yeah, next episode is going to be probably a whole lot more of this. Trying to get the next bit of this finished. It was nice to have this done, but it's definitely not enough. We need probably this one and at least one more. And if I'm doing one more, I'm going to do 2 more, so it just charges back over this way. So we'll see how that goes in the next episode. But again, this is already over an hour long, and I know some of you like that, but not all of you do. Try to be respectful of your time. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you taking a moment out of your day to spend about an hour with me playing this game and having a good time. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I read every comment and I respond when I can, and when it's something that's relevant to the topic of the video, or if there's something I can help you with. So feel free to engage in the comments. It's always fun. We've got a lot of really great people that have a lot of knowledge on the game, more than me. And I learn something pretty much every time I post a video. Somebody has some sort of insightful comment, so would love for you to be a part of that. As always, don't forget I do stream occasionally over on Twitch at twitch.tv/jcthebeard. 28 happiness, that's good. Playing mostly things that are not city builders, trying to eventually work my way through The Last of Us and a couple of other things over there. So if you'd like to be a part of that, would love to have you there as well. And if you just want to be here on YouTube, that's perfectly fine with me. Glad to have you here either way. And yep, that's all the time we got. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, stay safe. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.